Hello everybody, Sneaky Chiefy here bringing you another TAW tournament video. Today we are looking at Krinski is the TAW member. He's competing in the SuperLeAGE Iron Division, which I have learned is actually the bottom division of SuperLeAGE's 1v1. So, just like King, he's competing in the best of 3 1v1 situation. This is a reverse draft tournament. So if you're looking at the Civ choices and you see Italians versus Indians in a 1v1 situation, you're scratching your head and you're like, okay, what the heck is going on? You're not alone, and this is not some sort of crazy strategy from these players. This is the cards that they have been dealt, and they're forced to play civs that their opponents have picked for them. That being said, Indians are not a bad civ. They're not the, what you'd say, meta for a 1v1 situation, but they certainly have their bonuses, and they can be strong in their own right if they can boom into late game. I'd probably call them the better late game civ, though I don't have too much experience playing as the Italians in a late game situation. The Italians, though, are well equipped to deal with the Indians if the camels are the name of the game, because of their unique unit. The Genoese crossbowman is an anti-cavalry archer. So we might see that come into play. We might see Imperial camels versus elite Genoese crossbowmen, for example. Wouldn't that be interesting? I think both get hand cannoneer and the bombard cannons as well. So Italians have cheaper gunpowder units, so advantage to the Italians on that one. Though I'd say without fish involved, the Indians have the better eco in a straight land matchup, which is interesting. So I'm not sure what the map pool was for this one. I got to think that 4 lakes is not a part of the equation. Otherwise, the Italians would have been chosen for that. Though, oh man, what kind of name is this? I'll just call him L here. L, it's probably El Cholo. L is, he might have another hybrid civ at his disposal for such a water map. Oh no! Krinski loses a Vil to the boar. Disaster! Never want to see that as he fades away back to Mother Gaia. Vil count is 12 to 11 in favor of El Cholo. There it is in full. Again, I'm just going to call him L. Keep in accordance with TAW's rules and regulations in terms of family-friendly streaming. Taking a look at the map, it is Arabia, as is tradition with tournaments. Arabia is usually the first played, which is why I really liked GC45's Battlegrounds, by the way. Map generation, this is a very exposed front gold, and Indians love their gold. They need it and depend on it for those camels. They also collect gold faster than other civs, so having a gold pile like that in their main gold pile way out front is not ideal for blue. Other than that, it's a decently, he does have this gold pile in the back though, so that'll be his saving grace. Decently wallable. You can wall here, and then maybe down to here and here. And I'm just going to make sure this board doesn't do any more damage. Okay, good. Krinski locks it up as he loses his scout to the TC. Yikes! The other side, this is a fairly exposed left flank. Secondary golds are exposed in the front, though his main gold and main stone here very safe and secure in the back. So I would give red the better map at this point. This hill could come into play outside of the base here. I'll keep an eye on that. Though this wood line, yeah, his wood lines are kind of far and exposed. This one is definitely his safest here. This could be tricky to wall there. We'll see how these players approach it. Vil counts are still in favor of red as I look at the idle TC time. Krinski has 0 idle TC time, while L has 33 seconds. And his idle eco is about 3 minutes, where Krinski's is 40 seconds. So despite losing the Vil, Krinski's done a good job keeping his eco moving, keeping it active, and keeping those villagers working. He did delete this as a wasted house when he recognized his main gold was so far exposed. He moved his houses around to the other edge, so a bit of wasted wood there, but I'm nitpicking at this point as we see the first wall design go down. This is a good one. You want to keep it tight. This would have been tough to defend. So he'll keep it a tight circle here. He'll keep this forward gold as his primary gold. He'll probably wall himself out. It'd be better, I'd like to see a wall to here, even though it's risky, and a wall here and here, and that would leave your gold accessible. But we'll see what he does. I'm imagining he might just wall right here. Let's take a look at how much he's explored. Okay, he does see that this is needing to be walled. He's got a pretty good exploration before he lost his scout. At least at home, he's got fairly good exploration. Red scout still on the move, unharmed. He's just now finding, well, he saw some a bit earlier, so he has a general sense of where blue's at. He's exposing himself now, though, but blue doesn't have his villagers around. That's a shame. They hit feudal age around the same time. Get him! Get him! Okay, got some good hits with the vills there. I like it. As we see those walls close in, it might... No, the scout will get out. But we're seeing the bases form. Red is not walling. He's playing it open. He's dropped the barracks already and we'll go archery range. So we'll see Italian archers. They have a strong archer line. What you would consider a naval and archery civ. So, not too surprising. The Indians don't get knights. They get camels, and they're strong camels once upgraded, but they don't get knights. So archers are definitely the right play for the Italian player here. Kind of an interesting lumber camp there. But I'm not sure I agree with the no walling situation. First barracks going down for Krinski now. As we see men-at-arms coming in. Looking to delay eco and just be annoying. And when you see men-at-arms like this as Krinski, you think, okay, I probably did the right decision keeping it tight. He's obviously played his fair share of arena games, or Arabia games. And yeah, we've all been there, I think. Don't want to let the enemy in. The problem is you can't wall up behind this if you have archers out on the field, which is exactly double archery range production coming in from red. Though I don't think he's got 2 ranges is a bit ambitious from red. I guess he's got the wood for it, but it's only got 2 on gold, so it's going to be tough to keep those production going. As of now, there's only 1 archer on the field and another one in the queue, so... Defensive tower coming down. Not a horrible decision. He's got to protect this gold pile. Krinski does, if he wants to win this game. It's almost going to come down to this. But this tower, there could be a spot where archers sit right around here. Yeah, archers can sit right around here and with fletching range the gold pile. But this tower is good in case they break in, which it looks like they will do. Krinski's been knocked off the berries, though there's not much left. About 100 food sitting there still. And this tower will protect this one flank, but the army could just walk in on the right. And we're seeing skirmishers coming out now to go with the archers. Not what I would have done, but I'm not exactly a pro. I would have gone straight archers, personally. We're seeing this emergency palisade go down from Krinski. I like it. You gotta funnel the enemy into your watchtower and into the town center. Watchtower scares them away, which is good. It's good that they went left first. It's also good that this scout is not moving in advance of the army, as this wall will be completed. Though the enemy could break through there. And there's no access to stone right now, so that's the only tower that Krinski's gonna have. We now see the stable go down. A lot of TC fire coming in, which is great. Man of arms going down, which is great. Archers getting hurt. And going down, maybe not quite. But stunted for sure. Blacksmith coming down now for the Indian player. Krinski's got plenty of gold in the bank, but he needs more food. The name of the game is Hold to the Castle Age. The Indians are going to do best once they get rolling and booming with multiple TCs. But this hole is still open as we see Pike or Spearman coming in. Red obviously knows what his opponent's going to do as the Indians. So making plenty of Spearmen for those camels and archers as well. But he continues to lose army to that town center. And this is the right call, lumber camp. I would have seen a mining camp here. But again, that's just me. Is this a market? Okay. This is good. That CC fire is helping a lot. This army is looking for something to hit, not finding it. And I like this quick wall too because it protects these choppers. So all in all, I approve of Krinski's defense. It's a lot of idle time, 22 minutes of idle eco, but he's kept his idle TC to 1.5 minutes, which is better than L. Though if we look, and yeah, you can see the Krinski gets cheaper villagers as the Indians. So the Vill lead is huge for Krinski, despite all this pressure, and you see archers on the wood line here, which is a great move from L. All this pressure, 23 minutes of idle eco, but he's got a 10 villager lead at the moment. He's running out of food, but he's got 300, 400 gold in the bank, so he's buying some food. Still no military. His only response is to wall up, another stable, and finally a mining camp for that stone, which is great. He's letting his watchtower, and now the gold is discovered. Now this is where it gets tricky. So that tower will help a bit, but it doesn't help ultimately. It's not a permanent solution. So blue, I would love to see him plug this hole up, but he's just going to migrate, dropping another lumber camp here. It might be a good move. He's being flexible. I would love to see them drop off all this gold first, though. That's a ton of gold. Oh, come on. Garrison, garrison. Oh, and then he's found out on the right. They just walk right through and around the walls. These vills are now in big trouble. As we see, these vills have trapped the skirmishers in. I guess they're on stand ground or something. That was an odd situation. Red's army's just kind of scattered everywhere. Blue doesn't have too many places to run, but he does snipe down this archer, which is great. And blue is on his way to Castle Age, which is basically the saving grace. He still has a Vill lead, and he's on his way to Castle Age, whereas red is got just enough resources to click up in a second when he gets that gold count. So he'll have at least a 2-minute lead. Where will he put? Oh, but he needs stone before he can drop a second town center. He's making camel riders right away. The thing about the camel riders is, sure, they're weak to archers, but these are only archers. They're not crossbowmen. So if you could take out a few of these before Castle Age comes in and those get upgraded to crossbowmen, you'll be in a really good place. And he's focusing huge amounts on stone to get 2 and 3 TCs rolling. As many vills as possible. That's the bonus of the Indians. I don't see horse collar yet. Just bit axe for blue. Here come the camels. They'll pick off some archers, which is great. He deletes a house, does Krinski. Scale barding armor coming in. Still a minute to go before Castle Age comes in for red. So if blue can clean all this army up before that happens, which it looks like he will, I think he'll call that a win. Despite all that, very good defense. In the end of the day, it was very good defense. He didn't lose too many vills. It was just idle time. 42 minutes of idle eco, but he still had the villager lead from all that, and he did the best he could by expanding elsewhere. These blue villagers found themselves a wood camp, a lumber camp. Great job from Krinski all in all. I think he'll be happy with the situation at the end of the day. He'd probably like to get back on the gold as soon as possible. There's still a few straggler red army around to deal with. And you'll want to take these spearmen out before they become pikemen. Let's see what red does. The first thing he does in Castle Age. Meanwhile, he has been walling up, which is good. This is quite a big wall to manage. And I mentioned how big this left side is. And there's a hole in the middle. Oh no. all these houses and you left a hole. So he's going crossbowman right away and thumb ring. And he'll try to go archers. He's got more archers back here and more spearmen. He knows the camels are out on the field. These are +2 defense camels at the moment. Krinski is selling stone for gold. Forward castle, in your face. I like it. He'll deny 2 stone or gold piles with this. He'll limit the mobility greatly. The town center coming in for red in the back, which is good. These are important resources back here. And he hasn't walled off on the way back of his base yet. This is a good castle. I mean, it's tough because he probably hasn't scouted this part out. This would have been a good spot too, but you want to control the middle of the field. I do like this castle. It's not on the high ground. This could have been good. This could have been good. But again, I think for a first castle placement, it's a good spot. And it will go up, and it will take all this army out. This is a big miss from red. Pikemen do come in. Blue will take this fight under the castle fire, or it'll just run away. Might as well let the castle do all the work. That's a big miss from red. Yikes. I don't think he saw that castle. I think he sent his army forward and wasn't quite paying attention. And the castle does the work. The camels just do a little loop. Blue will call that a win as he's back on gold. And there's a great second town center right front and center to collect and protect this gold hoard. And now we'll see mangonels most likely, or rams. Mangonels to deal with the archers. I myself was forced to play with the Indians the other day. I didn't do it well. I went skirmishers and camels. And the caster at the time suggested, I was watching him cast after the fact, suggested mangonels, and I was thinking to myself, yeah, that would have been smart. So we'll see. The Vills are 50 to 38 in favor of blue. Krinski's only had 4 minutes of idle TC time, which is fantastic. It is an hour of idle eco, but he was dealing with some crazy raids. But it's ticking up, so he's got some idle Vills somewhere. But if you look at 11 idle TC time, almost triple blues. And the result is 39 to 51. They're both on 2 town centers, but blue also has this castle right in front of the Italian player. And now blue's just forced to kind of mass his pikeman army. He's got 0 upgrades on those pikemen. The scarier thing are the archers, they're +1. So they only have fletching, so they don't have too much. I mean, there's only 1 upgrade in there. These are +2, well, they're really just +1 camels. Yeah, it's just 1 scale barding armor defensive upgrade for blue, 1 offensive upgrade for the red archers. Military is 13 to 27. So blue needs to be very careful before engaging. Squire's coming in now. I like how blue is taking this forward gold pile. He potentially could have all this gold. And here comes the mangonel. This is what red needs to worry about. And what blue is waiting for. He was hoping for a few mangonel on the field before engaging with these camel numbers. Archery ranges of his own, so he will mix in a few skirmishers. Or cavalry archers, that's always a possibility. Fletching coming in now for blue as well as bodkin arrow for red. Creeping up is the mangonel. Let's see. Not the best hit, but it was a hit. There's another one down. Advantage blue for now. Red will jump in to snipe. Mangonel will run. Run, Mangonel, run! There's the castle. Get some repair villagers going. Oh, red chicken's out. He was going to lose a lot of pikemen just to snipe the mangonel. So the mangonel's alive for now. No more on the way as yet. Blue is just kind of clearing the way, giving himself some options. Might start poking around the outside. Red is fully exposed in the back still, though blue doesn't know that yet, which is fine. Skirmishers starting to come out. Elite skirmisher being teched into. Taking a look at the Vills, it's a 14 Vill lead for blue still. 20 minutes of idle TC time for red, 6, almost 7 minutes for blue. Idle eco for both is 30 minutes and an hour of idle eco for blue. Another town center coming in. Blue wants more wood. Buying food for all this gold. Blue is just absorbing gold from his enemy and spending it on vital resources, which I like that move. I like that move very much. Taking the opponent's gold and making it work for you. 2 more mangonel coming out now. It's what all that wood buying was for, I'm sure. Oh, big hit. Love it. Skirm's out now. Another big hit. Oh, there goes the crossbow numbers. That's probably all she wrote. It's going to be tough for Red to come back in the game now as he tries to dive in and snipe the mangonels, but loses all his spearmen in the process, or most of them. That hit with the mangonels on the crossbow, though. Yikes. Spearmen are obviously a great counter against the, or I should say, skirmishers are a great counter against the crossbow pikeman combo as well, so camels will just run around, be annoying, find something to attack. Is there an overchop there? There is, but that got plugged up. Well, I definitely like Blue's position now. I mean, I've been liking it, but it's a very strong position now. 3 TCs for both players, though Blue's got map control in his back pocket, and 36 army to 13, 74 eco to 60. These mangonels will start chipping away at this town center, and Red will probably be scratching his head wondering where I went wrong. I had it. I was in the enemy's base, just didn't do enough damage. Probably could have been a bit more aggressive. Though all credit to Blue for walling up in the right areas and forcing the enemy into his TC fire as much as possible, and for not just dealing with it, being creative with where to put the vills in order to get to Castle Age quickly. So a lot of players will think, I need to build army to fight this army, but that will delay your castle time as GG comes in for Red. So Blue instead walled up in the right areas, used a tower and his TC to his advantage to defend, did not spend extra resources on army, and was able to get to Castle Age faster and keep his Vil production up faster than Red. And then once that happened, prioritized stone for the quick castle, and from there it was a great army composition with the mangonels to take out the crossbowmen, and that was that. Congratulations to TAW Member Krinski for taking game 1. This is a best of 3 series between L and Krinski, so I'll be back with game 2. I'm not sure what the map is, and I'm not sure what the civs are, so I hope you'll join me to experience that and see what the mystery is on this reverse draft tournament. It's going to be a lot of wacky civ combinations, I anticipate. Thanks for watching. This is Sneaky Chiefy, signing out.